Welcome back. For today's video, going to be talking about 4 national 2020 Democratic primary polls that have come out over the past few days as we get kind of a sense of where things currently stand before heading into the third round of Democratic debates. And this one, it's only going to be one debate instead of 2 because only 10 candidates qualified. So that's going to be a slight difference going into this one. And I actually like the fact that we're going to have all of the upper tier candidates, specifically Joe Biden, Bernie Sanders, and Elizabeth Warren on the stage together. Should produce an interesting dynamic. So got 4 polls, one from the Morning Consult, as well as ABC News, YouGov, and Harris X to go over and just kind of see where these national numbers currently stand as a benchmark before going into this debate. And then after the debate, maybe we can see if there's a catalyst to see some change in the numbers that we have seen after the first 2 rounds of debates in the prior month. So starting off here with the Morning Consult, the sample size in this one, 17,824. Joe Biden leading the way at 33% support, followed by Bernie Sanders at 21%. And he has seen his numbers go up a little bit over the past month or so, creeping up a few points over that period of time, and then followed in third place by Elizabeth Warren at 16%. Then all the other candidates are below double digits. You have Harris at 7%, Pete Buttigieg at 5%, Cory Booker, Beto O'Rourke, and Andrew Yang each at 3 percentage points respectively. And we can see the trend lines. We saw Bernie Sanders dip down a bit in late July into early August, but he has, like I said, seen those numbers go up a few percentage points since then. And we've seen the top contender here, Joe Biden, kind of fluctuate between about 31 to 33 percentage points of support over the past couple of months. And that big drop off for him a couple months back was after that really weak first debate performance. But since then, he's kind of just been steady, hovering in the lower 30s. And then we can also see this trend line from Elizabeth Warren that's been very positive for her over the past few months, going in a very positive direction, while Kamala Harris saw a big jump up after the first debate, and then after the second debate, a big jump back down. And we'll see if she's able to rebound at any point, maybe after this third debate or not. I'm skeptical with Kamala Harris. It seems like she had her flash in the pan and then taking quite a step back since then. We'll see if she's able to replicate the kind of success that she had after that first debate or not as we continue to go through this process. And then also just taking a look at the second choice amongst these upper tier candidates. The second choice amongst Biden supporters is Bernie Sanders, and then vice versa. The second choice amongst Sanders supporters is Joe Biden, and the second choice amongst Elizabeth Warren supporters is also Bernie Sanders, but pretty close there between Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden amongst that second choice of those particular voters. All right, now moving over to an ABC News poll. The sample size in this one, 877, and we see Joe Biden leading the pack at 27% support. And again, followed in second place by Bernie Sanders, who's at 19%, and then Elizabeth Warren in third place at 17%. Kamala Harris at 7%, Pete Buttigieg at 4%, Beto O'Rourke, Andrew Yang each at 3 percentage points respectively. And all these numbers are actually pretty similar to what we were seeing over in the prior poll that I just went over in the Morning Consult. Now, moving over to a YouGov poll from The Economist, and Joe Biden leading the way in this one. Actually, it's a tie for first place between Joe Biden and Elizabeth Warren, who are each at 24% support. And then we get a little bit of a step back there to Bernie Sanders, who's in third place at 17%, and then not sure is at 9% in this poll. So it didn't force people to at least pick a candidate who they were leaning towards, which is part of the reason why those that are at the top of this poll are in the lower 20s, as opposed to those polls when you ask the people who they're at least leaning towards instead of saying not sure. We tend to get higher numbers, obviously, with those people going more so towards the upper tier candidates as a whole. And then we see Kamala Harris at 6 percentage points, Pete Buttigieg at 5 percentage points, and then everyone else is at 2 percentage points or less. And to wrap things up, taking a look at a Harris X poll from Rasmussen. Joe Biden leading at 29%, followed by Bernie Sanders at 17%. And then we have Elizabeth Warren at 12%, Kamala Harris at 6%, Pete Buttigieg at 4%, Beto O'Rourke at 3 percentage points. So in a lot of these polls, the 4 that I went over here, we're seeing a lot of similarities. The one outlier being the YouGov poll, where it had a tie for first place between Biden and Warren. In the 3 other polls, Warren was in third place behind Bernie Sanders, who was in second place. That's kind of what we get consistently here. More often than not, we get Joe Biden in first place, Bernie Sanders in second, with Elizabeth Warren just behind him in third. Or we also get some polls where those two are switched, where it's Elizabeth Warren in second, followed by Bernie Sanders. But that's kind of just the consensus of where things are right now. It's a race amongst the top three candidates between Biden, Sanders, and Warren, with quite a gap between that upper tier and the rest of the candidates who are going to be trying to make a name for themselves in this third round of debates that's going to be taking place September 12th, 2019. Looking forward to seeing how the debate plays out and if we get any changes in the polls afterwards. So thanks guys for stopping by. Consider subscribing for more, and I'll see you guys back here for my next video.